Hey everybody, it's CHANCHAI, and we're going to be doing the dojo session a little differently. This is the pre-Christmas edition of the dojo sessions. So I'm not expecting it to be busy. A lot of people are really busy with family time right now. However, for those that can make it, it's going to be fun. We are going to do our typical league setup to join in, but I have a feeling that today we're going to focus more on some training and working on our game. And so if people want to ask questions, anyone want to just try stuff out, come on in. Should be a lot of fun, and I'll be there to watch you guys do. Let's improve our games together. Let's improve our fighting together. So it should be good. We're going to get started in just a sec here. We're at the 7:30, so I'll start the room now. But yeah, I hope everyone's been having a good holiday vacation time now. So I think a lot of people are on vacation right now. And let's see how this goes. So we're going to start the room up. Let me make sure that the stream is, that I can see the multi-stream chat. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to create a room. Typically, we use a league mode. Hey, Skills, good to see you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Hope you're going to have an awesome Christmas, man. And hope you're doing well. Thank you always for your support. Really, really appreciate it. People can't tell. I'm using the PS5 today. I kind of want to try it out. I think it's going to reduce the load on my streaming setup. I think the stream should come out smoother as a result. So I definitely would like to hear what people have to say about how it's streaming and if it's working better today that way. Anybody is welcome to join. My bad. Anybody's welcome to join the room, of course. We're pretty open. Oh man, I'm sorry that you've been sick with stomach flu. I had like a respiratory illness, and I'm still having like a lingering cough from it for the past 2 weeks. I recovered 2 weeks ago, but this cough will just not go. I'm dealing with like a cough that's just, I think it might be one of those times where I have like a cough for 2 months. No game sound. Okay, good to hear. Good to know that. Thanks for the response. I had heard it earlier, but I can still hear it in here. You guys can't hear it? Okay. Do you guys hear it quietly? Double check real quick. I'm hearing it on my audio here. You don't hear nothing. All right. I take your word for it. Let's see. Pop on my stream preview as well. Thank you very much for that support and a heads up. Let's see here. All right. So mic check. You guys are hearing nothing. You're not hearing. Okay, you can hear my voice, just no game audio. You're correct. That's weird. It's not playing on here. Game capture is showing up there. Huh. Let's double check this audio real quick. You guys can hear the clicks. That's funny. That's wild. I mean, I hear it on my monitoring. That's what's crazy. So you're on the back end of flu or something yourself. Now it's just a lingering enough as well. Let's hope we both get past this lingering stuff soon. All right, awesome. Hernan's gonna join us. Hell yeah, man! I definitely want the game audio to work. All right, come on. Or at least I want it to be streaming. It's funny because it's like I can hear it through my PC routing, through all that. Speaker stream. That's wild. Let's try this. Let's try our. Can we hear it on the game capture here? All right. Well, we're going to get to sparring in a sec here. Let me double check this. Okay. I'm going to Let's read this really quick here. Oh no, that would be bad to do that. Okay. All right. Did I just kill my stream? I just killed both my webcam and my gameplay video. Yeah, that was my bad. All right, let's fix that game cam. All right, let's fix the webcam. Deactivate. Activate. All right. All right. That's working fine now. This is game is working fine now. Man, I'm so sorry. You're losing the gains. The gains will come back. You trust me, when you recover from the sickness, you'll be strong again. Instant, hell yeah. You guys go ahead and spar, and I will be in the sparring with you, okay? I'm just going to try to solve this audio problem. It's just blowing my mind. We're going to see the video skip here a sec here. Sorry for the flicker on the screen and just right now. Okay, let's see here. It's crazy because on my headphones I can hear it. Yeah, I totally hear the audio. That's wild. Okay. I think I got it here. No, I don't. Why can I not see the other stuff? It's Windows doing its thing. I see the problem now. Why can I not find it? Hey, happy holidays, Kasano. So good to see you. All right, hope you guys are enjoying this battle. Let's do this here. Okay, I'm gonna try this thing. It might not work, okay? Okay, it's not working that way. How come I can't see my usual audio devices though? It's crazy. All right, we'll do this manual then. We'll do this manual. Okay, you guys can hear the game now though, right? If you hear echo on the game audio, let me know. But we're gonna turn the volume at about here. Yeah, I had to go another route because the audio routing wasn't working there. So instead, we're doing the direct feed. But with the direct feed, sometimes I've had issues where the volume's all over the place. But now I'm lowering the volume a bit. This should work out pretty well. Hey Bushido, awesome. Yeah, we're gonna have an awesome training session. We are gonna use the league mode, but this is gonna be a really good training session. I can tell that basically when it's Christmas holiday time, the people that are likely to join us is gonna be this crowd, which is awesome. You know, I think it's good to have these. The room number, room name. Okay, it's whatever room is hosted by CHANCHAI. But once this round is over, I'll show the room number. The passcode is 4565. Okay, number is 57228. 57228. Hey, Calamity, so good to see you. Come on in. This is a special session for everyone here tonight. This is we're gonna have a lot of monsters tonight, and I like that. We like it when there's a lot of monsters in the room, so please come on in. Today is gonna be more focused on training, maybe a little workshopping, but I think it's looking like this is heavy training. There's like everybody's out to kill each other here, which is good. I guess this is the Christmas present, right? So yeah, Merry Christmas. You know, but you know, it's again, most people are not even at their normal home. They're usually out with family and stuff, and they might not even have access to their Virtua Fighter. But we can see the ones that do have access to Virtua Fighter are the monsters and grinders. Hey, Merry Christmas, Jimmy Claymore. So good to see you. It's so good to see everyone here. You guys are putting me in a wonderful mood. I've been in a recharge mode in December. I have to admit, I've been a little low key, and that's just because I just been recovering from, you know, it's been a wonderful year as far as Virtua Fighter goes. It's been a crazy year outside of that, but as far as Virtua Fighter goes, it's been a pretty amazing year. And I got to enjoy this amazingness, right? I just missed myself, my bad. And I just, you know, so I had this amazing, wonderful time throughout this year because of Virtua Fighter. Outside of that, you know, it's been a mixed bag. That said, lots of fun times, and, you know, good stuff happen, good results happen, some sad news happen. It's been a crazy year. And then I guess in much of December, I started off getting sick right away, and a lot of this month has been just resting and kind of recovering from the whole year, and you know, kind of just kind of making plans for 2026, I guess, and kind of refreshing and recharging. But that said, you guys have also made it an amazing year for me, so I appreciate you all. Calamity and I finally got to meet in person at LA Gathering, but unfortunately we didn't get to play. That's on me because I was just busy trying to make sure everyone was having an amazing time. But I loved it, and for what VF I did play, which was almost all competitive matches, I had an amazing time, and I had some really good results. So, you know, getting wins on like everyone is pretty fun, right? You know, take down Crazy Drunk in the single elimination tournament in the tournament that we had on at Dave's Console Arcade, right? And then you know, in the team battle, well, I did get knocked out in the random select tournament by Limey Porcupine on stream, but that was an awesome battle, and that was like, I felt that I fought really well considering the characters that I ended up rolling versus the character he rolled, and it was, you know, it was really tricky, right? Having to play as Lei Fei. I mean, I was Lei Fei, and then I was Blaze. It's like, man, but they were exciting battles. But in the team battle, right, you know, I think I got a strategic win just because of the team setup against Yellowtail and Rental Animator. It went according to my plan, which was awesome, and I won my battle against Rental Animator, and then had a really good battle with Dandy J's team, and then also really good battle with Adam Yuki. I was able to take him out of the tournament, and then we had, you know, we kind of knew what was going to happen when we faced against Homestay Akira's team. I still had fun with that battle, but I also made sure that my team got to have a really good time with that. So we made the lineup according to making sure that everyone would have a fun time. And then you know, we didn't try to dodge that bullet or anything like that. I was just like, let's just make this one a good one. And then yeah, had a good battle with Gentleman Thief, but I did get eliminated, but that was so much fun. And then in the double elimination tournament, I had a lot of really, really exciting, fun battles. I had an insanely close battle with Genesis Frenzy, and it was really intense, down to where I wish that was on video. because that was like such a fun match, and it's one of those matches where there's a lot of highlight reel stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff where we did a lot of crazy plays, a lot of corner switch ups, and a lot of stuff happened in that battle. That is like one of my most proud battles in at LA Gathering, and also had an awesome battle with Rental Animator, though I did go 0-2 against him in that double elimination tournament. I do feel bad. I kind of got mad at Setsuna because between game 1 and 2, he kind of came in asking if if he could join in and fight. And I was like, we're still in the tournament, and we were in the tournament section, which was kind of why I got mad. So just because I've had a year of having interesting interruptions in the middle of my tournament matches this year. So, but most of the times it worked out well. But it's just one of those where I'm like, man, is this gonna keep happening to me? Like people still, but he didn't talk to me during the match. He waited. It was just he just didn't know that we were still playing a tournament match. So it was a lot of fun stories, good times. I do feel bad for getting mad at Setsuna. I think Yohei was surprised at seeing me mad because people aren't used to seeing me ever get mad, And so I think Rental Animator had a funny look on his face, just surprised that I actually get pissed off, So yeah, but yeah, it's just the season. Yeah, the way I put it is, I do get mad, but I think I tend to get mad at things that are a little different than what a lot of people get mad at, And usually, I mean, it's true that it takes a lot of wearing my patience before I do get mad, and I think with that one, it was a little pent up because I think I had told Setsuna many stories when people had interrupted me in the middle of a tournament match and how annoying that was. So when it's you're the one's gonna interrupt my tournament today, I didn't say that, but in my head that was the thing that was swelling in my head. It was just of all people, it was you. So so yeah. So it's all good. It's all good, It's a lot of fun, and this is awesome. The Rock Reaper, I'm so glad you're here. Just know that it's all love with me and Setsuna. He knows it too. I apologized to him very shortly, less than an hour later. I apologized to him for that. But I was heated. He could see I was still heated a bit. But Rental Animator completely he totally won that match. He got his revenge, right? I won our match in the team battle, but he totally won. He totally did outplay me in that match. And that's also the conditions for me getting frustrated, right? Was that I'm already frustrated in the match and I'm thinking very much about what I'm gonna do or which way I should go, and then I get kind of disrupted, and then so that's kind of where you get irritated. That's one of those conditions that can get me to be pissed off. Is I guess it's under serious and I'm trying to focus on something, and then suddenly this other thing happens, and so I'm just something I gotta manage better. Wish I had managed that one better. But yeah, but I was really I was really fired up. So yeah. All right, hey, all right, good to have you in here. All right, so feet T. Okay. So feety, we'll call it feety, even though it's feety. All right. Yeah, I figured that was you. I figured that was you. All right. All right, Anto, so good to have you here too. Anto and I had a wonderful match last week. Actually, I think all of our matches have been pretty good, but especially the last 2 or 3 times we fought. Shoho, so good to see you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I hope you're doing really well, Shoho. It's so great to see you, and thank you very much. Thanks for stopping by here, and always a blast, man. Always good. Yeah, people of all skill levels can join. Obvious Creed, good to meet you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this room is open to everyone. Yeah, the gray bars will last for a bit, but then you have to wait and see how much it is on the actual ping. Let's do. Can I get in? Yeah, I haven't even warmed up yet. Let me see if I can warm up here. And thank you very much. I'm happy to have you here. I hope you're doing well. You have any questions or anything you want to say? Feel free. At least on VF. Oh, that's so cool. I wanted to see where these reads would go, and that was a lot of fun because we were both going for a lot of reads. I like it. I liked where he is guard up PK, up P. I like that backdash. Okay. I like where he chose to Abari here too. That was like really sick read actually. That was a really sick read. Good. I do like the use of like the use of uppercut. That was a really fun battle. Blurring, awesome battle. Those were really fun execution of reads. Blurring went straight for all guessing match. This was all pure. This was like all guessing, but they're built on reads from previous experience, and so it's a lot of real really good stuff in there. So I really liked how those went. Well, the thing about the gray bars, again, it's more about when you get the proper sample data. When you first join a room, it's going to show gray for like a while. I thought I got the evade here. Very good punish. That was a good punish. I like the choice of Abari there. I really like the choice of Abari there. Too bad on the frame skip. Alright, I like the choice of throw. That's rough. This 6K connect was rough. It's really good. Like, it sucks because you think that it's not gonna work, but no, that was really good. I like this backdash delay 6K. Yeah, I'm gonna lose here. Alright, good game. Good game, Reaper. That was awesome. So I liked all of that. I really liked all of that. That was really, really cool. Really, really good stuff. And I like the costume too. This is the first time I saw this costume, I think. We'll start, we'll do the league battle after 3 more warm-ups. After 3 more warm-ups, we'll do the league battle. So let me see what everyone said. Awesome. All right, yeah, so feet, yeah, the Tekken experience helps a lot. Now that said, if you're having trouble with VF, just know that the Tekken experience, the Tekken skills, they do come in, but they come in later. If you're having trouble with VF, the Tekken skills get rewarded much later after you learn a lot of more VF-centric stuff. Once you learn that stuff, though, you can adapt. All those Tekken skills become strong. They just happen to be stronger later. Where, how do I put this? Virtua Fighter and Tekken, they do a lot of things in common, but how it plays out for the player is like reverse order. It's like learning Tekken backwards, and then the other way, Virtua Fighter player learning Tekken is kind of like learning VF backwards. So what do I mean by that? In Tekken, stuff like whiff punish and block punish is so strong from the get-go. In Virtua Fighter, it is strong, but it's just a little harder to do. Your moment goes by so fast in this game that like you kind of had to just know that it was guard punishable before it even touched you. It's hard to do it after the fact in this game, but if you start recognizing it, then you're able to do that more. And also the whiff punishes are similar to that. Eventually you can react and do these things on reaction, but it takes kind of a lot of experience and a lot of learning how to watch your opponent's startup animations. Whereas I think in Tekken, learning to see the finish animations is kind of what tells you everything. In Virtua Fighter, if you're just watching the finishes, the main time that helps you is like when there's a counter hit. So like the counter hit confirm is like easier to do, but normal hit, guard, whiff, those things are harder to react to in Virtua Fighter. All right, it's one. This will be the second one, and then after the third one, we'll do it. All right, so I'm gonna watch you play, and we'll see what you're bringing to the table, because you might be really strong or you might be developing. I have no idea. So we're gonna watch. Yeah, tonight you're fighting a lot of strong players. We normally have a very mixed crowd. Tonight is like 90% really strong, really experienced. And don't worry, we're happy to have you in here, and you're doing well. And Reaper's trying to get a feel for you, and I don't want to comment too much while you're fighting, because it would tell Reaper exactly what to do, and I don't want to do that. But I will talk about it after the battle if I'm able to talk about it. So we'll see. But I can tell you about the way that your approach is and some stuff like that. That said, John is a very good character. If you're coming from Tekken, I think John's a very, very good character, actually. But to me, you look like a very good fighting game player in general. The Rock Reaper is probably our very best Blaze in North America, if at the very least one of them, but I think it's probably the best one in North America. So don't stress, keep learning, keep fighting. All right, so feed. I can definitely give you a lot of feedback. I'll probably end up giving you a lot of feedback on Discord as well, but I'll give you feedback tonight. So to me, you definitely look like a player who's actually quite good at a variety of fighting games, or at the very least, you're good at Tekken. I can see the Tekken in your play, the things that are feeling not comfortable yet, but will be. So a lot of times you want to think about a couple moves ahead, and you're kind of confirming them in a way, but you want to know what you got. So with John, when you do, we're going to call it 6-6P, which means forward punch. When you do forward punch with John and you hit them, they actually are locked. This is a very special condition. It's just this move, that forward punch, which you hit many times. If you hit them, they cannot attack. They can't even sidestep, actually. And normally sidestep is a big deal. They don't have that as an option, but you have to choose to attack after you hit with it. So Virtua Fighter isn't always mid-low mix-up, is not the strongest mix-up, but when John hits with 6-6P, mid-low mix-up. So you want to choose either like 2KK is an easy one. That's down kick kick. So you hit down kick kick if you want to choose to go for the low. Or you do another mid, which could be 6p again. It could be 4kp. It could be any. It could be 6k, which is really strong. It could be 4p plus k. It could be any mid, but you want to mix up mid low after you hit with 6p. 6p. The special condition, what makes 6p special with Jean, is literally your opponent. If Jean chooses to attack right away after hitting them with 6p, they can only guard high or low, or not guard. That's it. They cannot sidestep. They can't even attack. They can't do anything. Now, if you move, you do a dash, they can start doing those things again. You do a backdash, they can start doing those things again. You do a throw, they can start doing those things again. You try to sidestep, they can start doing those things again. But Jean gets this special attack choice when he hits with 6p. So if you hit with 6p, you really should just go mid-low mix-up. That's going to be one of those times where I'm going to tell you in VF, mid-low mix-up is really, really good to do, always. And that is after you hit with 6p. Aside from that, we'll talk later about why the mid-low mix-up in Virtua Fighter is not so strong. The main reason is because the way sidestep works in this game. That's the main reason. The second reason, the general reason, but is to me second reason, is that lows usually are either, if the low has a high reward, it has very high punish. But most lows have a low reward, and that low reward is just like that you got a hidden. They're like, low attacks in this game are like chip damage. So for example, if you hit me with John's like down kick, like 1k down back kick, which I saw you do a bit, we're gonna start the league battle. So I saw you do down back kick with John. You're at minus when you hit with that. I think even on counter hit, you're minus. And that's because that's a move where, okay, yeah, you kicked me in the shin, I can still elbow you right away. That's the logic in VF. Is that low is just kicking your opponent in the shin, and they're like, ow, that hurts, but I'm going to strike you anyway. So you're at a disadvantage in this game when you try to do stuff like hitting with lows. Nice. Oh, very nice. Obvious creep. I like these sequences. Oh, why is it slowing down? Okay. All right. Yeah, D is really, really good. I like D. Tricky, good to see you. Hope you're doing really well, Tricky. And thank you very much for the raid. I know that pre-Christmas is not the busiest time. Oh, that was cool. I didn't think that would work. That was really fun. I had a feeling that I could sync your timing here with that one.
Round 3. Ready?
Go. That was not expected. All right, good game, Creed. Good game. Tricky, sorry that you're getting gray bars with everyone. Hey, no problem, Feet. I'm happy to give you more advice too. Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff where you're adapting your play to VF, and we're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on getting getting it more into like where VF's comfort zone is and how to control situations with in VF's way. But but trust me, those skills that you have in Tekken, they will translate over to VF. It's just not right away, but they eventually get there and they become huge. They become really, really strong actually. But we're talking a long time before that happens, but it's worth it. It's worth the effort and time. Yeah, Tekken does translate. I like this. I like this a lot. That was so cool. So they had to hit neutral to do that, so that was really cool. That was really, really cool. All right, here we go. If you have any questions, Feet, let me know. That was really good. What are the frames after PP? What are the frames after that? So good. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this. That was really good. Really good. Awesome battle blurring. I really enjoyed that a lot. Your Vanessa is so scary. So good.
On the battlefield, you'd be dead.
Hey Bummy, yeah, no, totally. With punishing is harder in VF. It's huge, but it's one of those where it's a higher level skill in this game because you have very little time, and it's a lot of like building technique. It's a lot of like you have to build like boxing technique in the game. The game's VF boxing technique to kind of build it, and you want to get good at crouch dashing. That's to get used to duck and punishing, but then getting used to like with punish from backdash is not as hard to learn, but it's riskier. But it's huge reward if you do it right. And then but then whiffing something that when they accidentally miss, that's harder to do in VF. Some characters are also better than others. Like Leon's actually not that good at it. He's good at whiff punishing when he sets it up, but he has a hard time. So Leon can set up whiffs and punish those, but in terms of incidental whiffs, like they just whiff in front of you, it's aside from PK and KK, it's just like he doesn't do as much damage as some other characters. But the way he does it is like, but he at least does set up. Good battle, Kasana. Really good battle. There's a lot of stuff that I had to think about in that. I'm glad I came up with a solution. Sorry about the wrong button. Sorry about the wrong button. I like the feel of applying pressure in VF. So it is important in VF to learn how to apply pressure. Bummy Rushi is good about emphasizing that this game is a lot of learning aggressive flow and then learning how to counter the aggressive flow. And the thing about the defense, actually defense is super strong in this game, but it's a more assertive or aggressive form of defense. And defense is not just like moving away and holding block in this game. It's actually very actively blocking on reaction or on anticipation. And so to do it by reaction is a little harder, but I can tell you that in this game, if you want to react guard, you need to move forward, not backwards. If you move backwards in this game, you won't be able to do that. In this game, when you backdash, you can't guard. It won't let you guard. So you gotta, but you can do it. You can guard cancel a forward dash. And that's what you want to learn about VF is the forward movement. Oh, nice Ray Blade. Okay, very good. All right. Hey, Mr. Worldwide, good to see you. Just finished up playing a few games of ranked. Awesome. Hope you're doing well. Feel free to join our session when we after this league battle's over. Good battle, Ray. Good battle. Lots of guesses to be made. A lot of trying to read. Am I excited for the holidays? I am relaxing and relieving myself during the holidays. Yeah. It's been an exciting year. So this December, I've been really, really chill. But I'm excited for 2026. I don't know if I'll be able to travel as much in 2026, but I think I'll travel some. There's certain events I'm definitely going to, but it's going to be one of those busy years with real life. And but I definitely want to try to comment a lot about 2026 because I think Virtua Fighter is going to be doing amazing in 2026. I think the tournaments are looking great. I think I do believe there's going to be another season of Virtua Fighter Open Championships for this game, for REVO, and I'm very certain of it. And so I'm excited to see how that plays out. I think we're going to see some really cool focused events, and I think we're going to see even more attention to the players, actually, if you can believe it. So I think that's going to be great. I think this year there's a lot of lessons learned. I do think they're going to be, I think they're trying to address these problems that are happening with the online and stuff, because, you know, World Stage had this amazing release for the single player content and for the training mode, for the most of the training mode content, and the tutorials. And I've seen a lot of people get into the game because of World Stage, actually. The problem is the online, which is unfortunate because, but it's like growing pains. It's like it sucks. There's no excuse, but what's happening is it looks like they're trying to learn to deal with the crossplay environment on top of that, because REVO was in a decent place. It could have been better, but it was on a pretty good place. World Stage could, we would like to believe that World Stage should have been on that good place or better, and we were hoping for better. And I think we've gotten something that's more challenging. So I've seen a lot of people get into REVO actually because of World Stage release. But I have also been seeing people they can't find people online, they can't get matches, and the rooms, they're having trouble going to the rooms, and sometimes rooms crash. I don't hear much complaints about the ranked actually, but I hear complaints about everything else. So yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. I think there's a tough part about testing that though. Man, El Blaze. I gotta change my combos for El Blaze. I gotta change my wall combos for El Blaze. Come on, man. It's like, now I know how Kage feels. I wish you were home too, Guiver, but I'm happy to see that you were in Southern California and was able to go to the tournament in Irvine, or the event in Irvine. That was awesome. And I know we talked about that last week, but still awesome. Man, look at all this El Blaze stuff. Oh, good game. El Blaze really tests your accuracy a lot. He really tests your accuracy. Just trying to do combos on him and trying to do wall setups, and you're like, wait, the wall, like what? Good game, my friend. Good game. I know I made that really mean, but it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Yeah, I'm really glad you got to play Rental. Rental Animator's got an amazing Leon. I love fighting with him. We go back and forth so much. Like, no matter what, we go back and forth all the time. Online, offline, we go back and forth. Keep it up, and El Blaze, sometimes you get mauled, sometimes you do the mauling with him. But keep it up, Anto. I like your El Blaze a lot. I know that I'm always trying to challenge you on certain stuff a lot, but but I know you're seeing it more and more, and the matches are getting better and better. Yeah, Guibert, thank you for what you do. Honestly, especially with your efforts, I think California VF Online has been more organized and coordinated than ever before. And I feel like you're a big part of it. So I'm really happy to see it. It's a huge challenge. California is a huge challenge. California is like its own country as far as like in almost any online game. I've always seen that challenge with getting California coordinated, because it always has the talent pool. It has the numbers. It doesn't have the online as good as other places, but it has those other factors, and it has all the factors to have good locals, except for the fact that traffic is huge. Like, traffic's busy. It's not as big as like Thailand or Vietnam, but it's still very busy traffic, and it's still, like, people's schedule are really important in California, just like it is in New York, So California has so many challenges for fitting the gaming life into your life. And I think you've been doing a good job of helping others keep these coordinated efforts all together. Hey, Nelly, so good to see you. Salute. Hope you're doing really well. Also, I wanted to say I'm really excited that Rodnuts is planning to bring back the One More Round newsletter that he does. He used to do that. It was pretty amazing. And I know life is busy, but I really hope he can do it because I think it will be an amazing content for the community. And I'm looking forward to people seeing his work and his words on VF.
Round one. Ready?
How's the VF community in Thailand? We'll talk about that in a sec here. I'm really excited for it because there's a new generation of players that are loving this game. Like they sincerely love this game. But I'm trying to help them. Well, they're coordinating. They're getting more coordinated, but I'm also trying to help with that too. All right. I'm gonna test you out feet with my I'm gonna show you boxing, but you fight me. Fight me however you want. I'm gonna show you VF's boxing. So right now I'm taking advantage of the fact that you want to defend. Okay, but I see this case I crouch dash. So when I crouch dash here, I ducked your throw. See? And I saw that I was doing that, so I threw you. So here I crouch hit you with the elbow, and then I throw you. And then I can change it up, but that's okay. Go ahead and practice combos against Leon. We're getting another round. Go ahead and practice combos. Okay. With John, your big launcher is 6K. All right, that's good. That's a good one. But it takes a while to set that up, so there's problems with that. Go ahead and practice. Yeah. All right, good. All right, we're gonna spar some more, okay? I'm gonna do some boxing here on you. So here I low punch into throw because I think you're gonna defend. Once I start thinking you're gonna attack, that's when I'm gonna try to launch you. We're playing guesses right away, right? Like this, that's how I launch you, right? And of course that would be a combo. Good, good. And then I throw you. So what it is I'm watching you and I'm trying to think, are you going to defend when I get advantage? I'm thinking, are you going to defend, in which case I'll throw, or are you going to attack? And you saw that I was actually pretty accurate, but usually attack is the safer option and you just kind of apply pressure with the attack. But I had a strong sense of when you were going to defend. So then I would just go, I'll just throw you. I know it's scary, it's intimidating to deal with that at the start, but you got this. You got this. I can see it in you. I can see it in you, and you're going to get used to it. I wanted to show you how strong the boxing was, not because I wanted you to just box, but because I wanted you to see the fundamentals on VF's decision making. And I know it's going to take a lot of battles for you to really, really see it. But I felt like, but we can go over it and we can do a workshop sometime if you like. I would like to do a workshop with you. We can do, whether you want to do it private or public, I'm happy to do a training session with you sometime. So, yeah, Indie. So the VF community in Thailand is cool. I like them. I like them a lot. And I think what the most important thing is you got people that are enthusiastic about VF, and they have that. I do know some old guard who could be really strong if they did play. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna focus on Reaper now. Yeah, Rodnut's amazing player, and he's also his perspective is awesome. He's also really fun. He's really funny too in writing. Okay. Okay. Man, that's so cool. I like the Reapers watching and throwing and doing all this because he knows that I'm trying to like trying to relearn everything here. That's something weird about VF is getting this 4K when I want 4K. It's been happening since like since REVO, or no, since World Stage. It's really good. I liked all the choices here because I want to learn from them here, but I also have to remind myself which way to evade. But that P2K is so good, and I like the use there.
You've got nothing.
There were times when I wanted to evade and I didn't get it, but that's okay. The one that bugs me though, the only thing that bugged me was doing a backdash and wanting to do 4K from it and still getting 4K. That's happened like a lot, and I think it has to do with some change with the recovery timing when you do certain things. And so maybe on backdash. And so what happens is, I think in the old way, I think I got used to doing like 4 and holding 4 and then doing like a K from there. And I think now if you do that, you'll get 4K. I think I have to change my muscle memory on how to do proper backdash 4K. Because there was a way that I would confirm it in the past, and I think that doesn't work as well anymore. And so I think a lot of times I'm getting 4K. This has been happening, quite a lot. I think maybe since REVO. I want to say World Stage, but honestly, it's probably been through all of REVO. All right. By the way, Panda, it's so good to see you. Thank you very much. I'm really glad that you're here. I hope you've been doing well, and hope you're enjoying the VF. But I know you've been really busy with projects, and I hope the projects are going great. Let's see. But yeah, I really liked meeting the community in Thailand. There's a couple of members where I don't have their online contacts. I'm trying to get them, but I'll skip them altogether. I think the big step is I have to set up a Discord for it, and not for, well, actually I have to set up a Discord for, I think I'm going to set up a Discord for Southeast Asia, period. And because there's quite a lot of players throughout that region, and just need coordination. The problem is they're all on their own platforms, right? Some countries like to use Line. Some countries like to use Facebook, and Facebook is a hard one. Facebook is okay when you want to set up like a public discussion group. That's actually pretty good. People tend to be pleasant on the Facebook groups, but when you actually want to set up a community for playing, that tends to not really happen as much on the Facebook. But Philippines likes to use Facebook, so I think trying to so you have to meet players where they're at, which means you do have to use Facebook, but trying to eventually get them into a place like a Discord would be helpful, or at least get some people that are connected in that, so that breeds some activity, that breeds some, okay, people are coordinating to play online. That said, the problems that we mentioned, I hear it a lot from Southeast Asia players about them not even seeing rooms. I think I do honestly think one of the problems is setting crossplay off by default. I think crossplay should be on by default so that you can funnel everybody into like a bigger net, and then they can choose to jump out of that net or to narrow their options if they're better able to do private matches. But I think when you start with it, when you have to opt in, look, it's hard to get people to change their delay setting off of 2. It's even harder to get them to jump into crossplay. They have to jump out. Like, it should be that they should have to jump out of crossplay as opposed to having to jump into it. So I do think that's one factor, but that's not the only factor. We don't know if it's easy anti-cheat. It might be easy anti-cheat. It probably is, but it does seem that at least with World Stage, and at least not the beta, but in the release, which is where we've seen easy anti-cheat, but with this release, the game does seem to be taking a performance hit on a lot of PCs. There were a lot of PCs that were playing REVO just fine and are having much more trouble with World Stage. I am not really having more trouble with World Stage, except maybe sometimes when I'm streaming. And so that's why I'm going to be testing out using my PS5 primarily when I stream. But I can also say that I do need to find good settings, lower settings for my Steam Deck, because the game is performing not nearly as smooth and fast as I had it performing during REVO on the Steam Deck. I found that out when I hadn't been playing on Steam Deck that much, like on my own Steam Deck. Others, yeah. And so when I was in Taiwan, when I landed in Taiwan, first thing I did was set up everything so I could train and practice. And once I jumped in onto the Steam Deck, I was like, this is performing very different from how it's going to be at the tournament. So I just opted to do the strategy I normally don't do. Normally at tournaments, I try to get matches in before a tournament, and that usually is better. But this time for Taiwan, I actually was like, okay, I'm just not going to play anyone until they're out of the tournament, or until we have no chance of meeting each other in the tournament. I won't play anyone. I'm just gonna go into this cold, and I'm gonna focus a bit. But actually, my attention was more on other things. There was some networking I was doing out there too, and so and meeting people and getting engaged with the community there. So the actual playing I de-emphasized. It did work out for me that tournament, but most of the time I would say I definitely want to get as much time on tournament setups or something similar to a tournament setup as possible. What is going on? Oh, are we stuck? We're stuck, aren't we? Incident versus Tricky. Really? They're stuck? Okay, we'll start the league over. I think, yeah. So you're seeing frames dropping on PS5. I'll let you know. I'll try to observe that more. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll let you know if I do. So why do you choose to backdash after landing a hit? This is a good one. Depends. For me, I might not have hit checked that correctly, but a lot of times it's because some people still want to do something there. And a lot of times with backdashes, they're more secure to do when either you have more space, or if you have the advantage, or you have less disadvantage, right? And so those all factor into how well backdash works. And sometimes you fight people that are pretty aggressive, so you use the low punch not to hit them as much. I mean, you do, but you do it to stop them, and then and now you've got a spacing trap opportunity. So sometimes it's like that. Sometimes I do it for that reason alone, because I know I'm facing somebody very aggressive and I sense that. All right, we're going to suspend the league match. Can we remember that this is for fun? So because this is for fun, I am going to restart this league right now, or I'm going to stop the league, go into warm-ups. Tricky or Incident, can you confirm? Yeah, they're here. I see green on my end, but maybe the opposite on Tricky's end. Okay, so we're going to stop this league match then. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's why I stopped it, but that's funny. Right now it stopped, but it's still stuck on you guys, I guess. Incident, can you jump out of the room and then jump back in? If you jump out of the room, jump back in, because I did stop the league battle, so don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. I know that you don't have much time. I know you only have maybe half an hour left, but I'm happy to have you even for just half an hour. Because I always love having you here. Though hopefully you have Christmas Eve off of work. But yeah, so Mr. Worldwide, there's a number of reasons, but sometimes it's simply that I just wanted them to stop moving forward. So I established the distance and then I set up a backdash punish. But doesn't mean you should always do that. But you know, like sometimes with like an elbow, that's like a +0 when you hit normally. So sometimes that's a fine time to do. If there was spacing, it's fine. It's an okay time to do a backdash. So it depends on how the opponent's playing. All right, we are having trouble here. It is completely stuck on these two. An Incident, see if they're gonna. Usually if they jump out of the room, it'll fix this, and then we can start again. It's really too bad. Both of you are on the East Coast as well. not the closest together on the East Coast, but you're both on the East Coast. So it's not even letting you. Okay, we're gonna restart the room. We're gonna start a new room. All right, I am starting a new room right now. Yeah, this is the first time I've encountered this particular thing. So it is what it is. The room has been started. It is 48081. Hey, Zach Attack, good to see you. Welcome. If you guys are having trouble getting into the room, please let me know. We've got a lot of people in the room. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is great. All right. Was this a lot of people that couldn't join in earlier? Let's see. All right, K1 Blast, so good. I'm so happy that you're here. Alright. You guys go ahead and spar. Do go ahead and play practice matches right now. We're just allowing it to queue up some people to come back in. But go ahead and do some warm-up matches. We're having a fun. Remember, we do this as a training session. We will start a league soon, but I want to give room for people to join in. There are some people that were in the room and couldn't, but I hope they can join us. Alright, awesome. It's good to have regular sparring partners. It's really good to have regular sparring partners. I really like the way Blurring's been playing Vanessa lately too.
Round 2. Ready, go!
By the way, Mr. Worldwide, responding to your inquiry also about the backdash, there's different reasons to use backdash too. Sometimes we prefer to play in a way where we think it's just working against what the opponent's doing, especially if you see the opponent doing a lot of short range attacks. So then I might have a higher reward using a backdash play, in which case maybe I can react. Or like I'm preparing to react and then I see like that the opening is there, and so I go ahead and commit to doing the punish. So if I see an opponent that likes to spam a lot, the backdash tends to be good, but sometimes you have to establish like range first. So sometimes low punch, whether it hits or doesn't, backdash would be fine after it. Sometimes people react a bit slower and backdash becomes even stronger if they react slower. So there's a number of factors that go into the fight that can make backdash something to do even when you've got some secured advantage. Now, Akira is different. Honestly, backdashing against Akira is very scary and hard to do. It is. If anything, I have to do it when Akira is likely to respond slower. And so sometimes just simply doing the low punch, hitting you with it, or poke, hit you with it, and then backdash is fine against Akira, because that might be one of the only times you can comfortably do the backdash against Akira. So 100%. No, blurring has always been really, really strong. But I don't know, just right now, the way that they're controlling the fight against me has been really great. So I'm loving it, and I'm really loving this blurring VF. I always enjoy it a lot, but right now, yeah, the way it's been developing, it's very, at least for me, is very scary in a good way. It's a lot of fun though. Very good. And then, yeah. Now, the only thing is their tendency to use 2P plus G for the low throw is one of those things where I think they could do a lot stronger than that. It doesn't mean that they have to avoid doing 2P plus G. It just means I just think they should mix up the low throw a bit more. I think one, not everyone's used to escaping low throw, so by itself the low throw does really well. But two, you make your damage mix a little better, I think. But yeah, I like the way they used the low kick punch when they fought me as well. All right, we got 13 people. We got pretty much everyone. So after this game, we're gonna start the league battle. I'm sad that Tricky's not here, but I understand. Oh, Anto, are you going to? Are you not gonna join? Are you gonna come back to Anto? Let me know if you're coming back into the room. I'll wait for you. All right, Anto's back in the room. Okay, awesome. Thank you for using the Bit Panda. All right, I do need to add stuff. This coming year, 2026, I do need to really freshen up my Twitch for sure. Not just the overlay, but you know, features too. All right, let's start the league battle. All right, let's have good matches. Remember, this is a group sparring session, so I'm not keeping track of the scoreboard. If you can care about the scoreboard all you want, I'm not caring about it. So, yeah. Oh, Weebs, you can jump in. You can jump in. Jump into the room. I'll restart the league for you. After this battle, I will restart the league.
Round one. Ready? Round two. Ready? Go!
Yeah, now Blaze.
Round three. Ready? Go!
That's that 4K again off of backdash. I have to relearn it. Very nice. I like how delayed that can be for that hit throw. I like that backdash evade 6K. Can't attack that. Yeah. So off of 6K throw is a scary one for me because I respond to it very late, and then I choose to defend because of that. I'll get used to it, but it's gonna take a while. That was really good. Man, this move really, the 9P plus K is really good because I don't think that kick's gonna hit in time, and it does. It's really fast, but it's more that I'm responding very late to it. And so it looks like he's already like gone past the point where he can't do that move, but he can still do it. Or he's already committed to it, but it doesn't, like I just can't tell. It's really good. So I gotta get better at that. I gotta get better at that judgment there. Regardless of whether he has to commit to it early or not, I gotta get better at that, at making a decision there and the judgment there. But yeah, I think it has a lot of hit frames. It has 3 or 4 anyways, but yeah, If it has more, it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a good move. It's just that because the combined time is slower, but the move itself, the kick itself is pretty fast. I like that conversion. Oh man, that was so good. that was really good. That's the coughing episodes I talked about earlier. I like the use of two people's game. I thought I evaded this. I like that. I thought I got that. Really good Abari choice here. Really good anti-Abari. That was such a good battle. Good battle, Hernan. That was really good. Really good game, my friend. I enjoyed that a lot. Very good game. That was so much fun, man. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy our battles. And I do feel like it's been a lot smoother since REVO. I think in the case of REVO World Stage, the matches feel a lot smoother fighting against you on World Stage. So that's been an upgrade. So, but that said, I really am enjoying it. Always enjoy our battles. So good games, man. Good game, Hernan. And so it's freezing between it's and you know. That's thank you very much for taking that Anto, thank you for taking the hit on that, but I appreciate you very much. I see. I understand if you have some fight fatigue from fighting your brother. Your brother is insanely strong, so are you. I hate this lingering cough. Can't evade that. I really like that so much. So, something that was weird earlier, but that's okay. I can't remember what it is anymore. Okay, that hiccup sucks. That was an intense battle. It's definitely forcing me to be much more accurate, and I like it. Alright, good game, Blaring. That was an intense battle. Sorry for that hiccup earlier, but the battle itself was really great. Always good battle. Okay, awesome Weaves that you'll join the next one, by the way. Sorry I didn't respond earlier. Oh no, Reaper had to go out. Taco Guy, are you in? Alright, Hugbox, here we go. It's been awesome battles with Hugbox as well.
私の強さを見せてやろう。It's showtime! Round one. Ready, go!
This was from the crouch dash, but I was on my way up, so the throw still with no, not crouch dash, but it's recovering from low. I was glad when I saw this one. I was like, okay, I've got this. Got the ring out.
Round three. Ready, go!
Okay, you can actually crouch after blocking the first one. Alright, good game. I was gambling on whether you were going to do the Savaki here.
Forgot to train, eh?
As you guys can see, I have not been playing on the PS5 except for during these streams, so I'm ranking up during the room battles. I see. I get that target fixation too.
You'd better take me seriously. Round one. Ready, go! Ring out. Round two. Ready, go!
17 years later, it's pretty funny. I like this choice. Okay.
Round three. Ready, go!
Thought I guarded that. Very good. Something's going on here. Alright. Okay, we are playing on 4-frame delay though, so that's good.
Ready, go!
I like these throw choices. Very good. That was an intense round.
Round 5. Ready? Go!
I like his. Good game, my friend. Very good game. I like the way you're playing. I like the patience. I like the throw decisions a lot. I like it. You're watching for stepping. You're watching for a lot of stuff. I like that you're trying to condition off of the low rising attack, though that can be very risky. Depends, but I didn't punish it, so that was great. And then you only did mid rising attack when I forced you to, right? When I started trying to give you a hard time on the low. So that was really good. You're following the action. So always love our battles. Good game. All right, Calamity. I have not seen Calamity Shun. This will be a lot of fun. It's going to be hard. Especially with Calamity's execution, this will be very hard. But let's see. Yep, that's guaranteed. Very good. Gotta wait to delay that. Can't throw that. There's no space either. Forgot about that delay. Alright, good game, Calamity. I like what you're doing with Shun. Keep it up. I love playing all your characters, man. It's good stuff. And I love that you're rocking the LA Gathering title. I can't rock it on PS5. I gotta rock it on PC. So, but I can't wait to start rocking the the V Pro Cup title on the PS5. Yeah. So, agony rate. I don't know Tai Chi well, but I hope you're enjoying the art of Tai Chi. So, but thanks for the question. That was really, but feel free to ask any question. I don't have much to say about Tai Chi, just that it looks cool. And there's also a movie that Keanu Reeves directed and wrote called The Man from Tai Chi. So. It's actually pretty decent. It's probably more calm paced than a lot of people would like, but if you're watching a movie about Tai Chi, you would think it would be that way. Though then again, the Tai Chi movie by Jet Li is not really exactly calm. Alright, this is Kusano. Kusano, here we go. When dealing with Pi, oh, this is a tough one. Pi, you have to understand that Pi can disrupt. If you're trying to play, I warn against playing frame tight against Pi. But Akira can do it. He meets the damage threshold, so. You gotta play really. It's. I'm still trying to formulate how I want to explain to people like a general approach to Pi. Pi is very good at disrupting, and then she plays a lot of guessing games like right away. You want to, if you do want to guard punish Pi, you have to be really on it. You kind of have to know it very early because you have no time to input the punish. So punishing Pi is actually really hard, and you probably want to start with PK punishing her. A lot of what she does is just minus 13 also. So because of that, PK punish is going to be the punish you do against her. But you have to input it really early. Also, when she does the single swallow kick, like the up forward kick, you should just go ahead and input a response right away. Because you'll still be able to guard if she actually does the follow-up. So you're actually locked. If you guard the first one, she does the second one, you're locked into that. And so you can actually input not the punish, because she's only minus 5 when she does a single one. So generally she should do a fuzzy guard after that, but you'll do, but you can at least input like a dashing elbow right away, or like an elbow right away, you know? So you want to input right away, because if you don't, you'll be too late. If you don't do that, you are plus 5, but you have to commit to your option after blocking the single swallow kick. So that's one case where you gotta do that. If she's using the palm attack a lot, the double palm, you should know that thing is either evade punishable, but also you can backdash punish that move. You can whiff punish it. You can evade punish it. And so you want to sense if they do use it, where they're using it, and then kind of punish that or play a little carefully around it. Why do they use it? Pi players use it because it stops. If you play too frame tight, like if you play perfectly on the frame, that move will disrupt a lot of things. And so because that move is a 12 frame attack, but it does more damage than any jab or elbow. So because of that, it changes the priority in the fight. And so you got to play around it a bit if they use it. Now, they should not overuse that move. That move is good for just winning a situation. How you measure the threat of Pi's double palm is if she's winning the okizeme after it, or if she's setting up win conditions with that move. Just simply winning with that move is not enough for her. It doesn't do that much damage. It just stops your momentum. But okay, someone's trying to stop your momentum. You can usually play around that. You can usually backdash punish people that try to stop your momentum. But that move is a momentum stopper. And that's all it does. It doesn't do that much damage. So you can actually, so that's kind of why I focus on, you can actually learn to punish that move. Like Akira could like evade in the standing palm, like evade the 4-6P. That would probably beat that move pretty good. He could probably even do 4-4-6P, backdash into 4-6P, right? And you input that as 4-4-6P. He could probably do that and whiff punish that move, you know, because she's standing when she does that double palm. So the weakness of that double palm is that, well, it's short range, evade punishable, whiff punishable, and that its reward is only really redeemed if she does good on the okizeme. If you're losing to okizeme a lot against her, then you got to be careful of getting knocked down by this move. If you're winning a lot on okizeme or on wake up, you're probably okay. If her okizeme is strong, that's where that move is scarier. Yeah. So obvious Creed, keep working on it. Just remember that anytime you guard, it should have a throw escape built into it. It takes a while to build that, and you should do it whenever you're in trouble. You know, guard, throw escape. Whenever you're stuck in recovery, there's only two things you should do. One of two things: you're either doing a guard, throw escape, or you're inputting your next move. That's generally what you should do when you're stuck anytime in this game. When your character is waiting to do something, you could be holding a guard throw escape, or you could be inputting your next move. When you whiff, it's good to have the habit of doing a guard throw escape there. Because even though they got the punish, if they go for the throw, you don't want them to get more for the throw. Alright, obvious Creed, here we go. Alright. Our connection is slow, so that's going to be tough. Boom. Very good. Very nice. Alright, we're both using the virtual team. We both played the beta. Nice, we have the roll back there, that's okay. Okay, so I know that our connection is not the best, but they're not always moving on buffering speed. That's okay. Very nice. Alright, go ahead and take this round. Go ahead and practice combos against Leon. Hey, Enfeng, good to see you. Okay. I am giving you the round because this is a training session, but it's all good. Alright. Good game, Creed. Good game. So what I was trying to show you was just basic. I'll hit you with the low punch, and then I'm going to guess what you're going to do. If I think you're going to defend, I'll try to throw you. And then if I think you're going to attack, that's when I go ahead and do the launcher. And usually it's not so much in detail that way. It's more of sometimes I'll just go ahead and do low punch and the throw, see what they do. And then when they finally start attacking, then I'll switch it back up to low punch and uppercut. A lot of times I actually watch, and if I watch somebody really being patient, that's when they're going to lose the throw. So sometimes you just got to commit to an option. Akira is scary because Akira can do dashing elbow into fuzzy guard. That's really scary. In general, everybody can do like elbow into fuzzy guard. It's a really good way to play, right? That way you're no longer waiting on defense. You're like, you block something, you're +5, so you're like, okay, I'll do this dashing elbow, and if they block it, I'll just crouch dash and fuzzy guard. If I don't know if it's gonna hit or not, then maybe it'll be a normal hit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and crouch dash again, crouch dash after that, because it would work either way. Now, when I get a counter hit with the Akira, when I get that red spark, that's when I can mix up. With that dashing elbow, you're like, oh, I see the red spark, I can throw, or I can do a big mid. And that's a really strong way to play Akira. Really, really strong way to play Akira. So committing to your next option is good. Learning fuzzy guard will allow you to be more aggressive on defense. And that is the key to having a lot of defense in VF, actually. Is when you get good with fuzzy guard and the guard throw escape, those two create a very active defense that can be very hard for people to deal with. So we'll keep working on it, obvious Creed. Okay. Oh, I see. You have ads, so had to close the stream to reduce the rollback. No problem. I understand. I understand. One of the things I do in environments like that, though, sometimes I'll use my phone, and you can watch this stream on YouTube as well. And on YouTube, you're less likely to run into the ads, but no problem. I hear you. I hear you. I do have it set so that if you write the message on YouTube, I'll see the comment. I'll see the chat. So I am chatting on both YouTube and Twitch. Yep. No, totally. I think worrying about the low throw can come a little later when you're developing your game, because not being able to do a fuzzy guard is the bigger problem than worrying about the low throw. The low throw, if you can do the fuzzy guard, you'll be able to learn how to do how to deal with low throw. But the developing player definitely wants to build, especially an Akira player, wants to develop the fuzzy guard game and then worry about the thing that the opponent does to beat the fuzzy guard. So because the fuzzy guard beats like 80% of stuff, right? So this is the 20-80 rule. We're going to use like 20% of our effort so that we have this 80% effective fuzzy guard. And then we're going to spend the 80% effort after that on how we beat people that try to deal with fuzzy guard. And that becomes a very efficient way of learning VF. So yeah. So yes, low throws can be the big threat against fuzzy guard, but you still want to learn fuzzy guard, and you still want to be able to do it in your matches. And because your opponent can do low throw doesn't mean they're always going to do it. But once you deal with an opponent that does do it a lot, now you get to practice how you deal with that, and it's really cool. Yeah. So get those reps in, and keep training. But and the low throw is definitely a big one. But I will tell you also, less than 20% of your opponents are going to use low throw to beat your fuzzy guard. Just by the odds, by the amount of people that are actually having a low throw and also those that are actually using it as a read against fuzzy guard. But once you do deal with that, now you get to change it up. And that is the beauty of VF. So, yeah. Very nice battle, you two. It's good to watch these two fight. So Obvious Creed does know how to do combos, and they commit to them, which is good. Part of it's that the nature of, I think, with the connection they might have with some people, they kind of go ahead and commit to these sequences, which is good. Eventually you'll be able to manage it to where you can kind of like sharpen it more to whether you continue or not, but you don't need to focus on that yet. That said, eventually when you learn that Jackie's got that string, the 1p plus kp, then I don't punish it well, but I'm saying that that's one of those easier targets for Akira to go do a standing palm, I think. Keep this up. Keep this up, you two. It's good fights. Keep it up, Zack Attack. That EX high is a tough one. If you low punch into that EX high, you're going to get hit. Jackie... It's like, Jackie doesn't have many quote-unquote sneaky things. The sneakiest things are typically his EX highs. He has quite a few. But the problem with EX high is they lose to crouching. They lose to crouch dashing especially. Oh no. Sorry you got disconnected. Alright, Rayblade Night. This will be a lot of fun as always. Portland X Boss, I'm glad you're here. I hope you've been doing well. Shout outs again to Portland X. They're also located near one of my favorite game stores in Portland, which is Video Game Wizards. Video Game Wizards is really cool. I like the... Yep, bring me out. There you go. And how have they been doing over at Video Game Wizards? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, do you mean the VF5 vanilla? I think Virtua Fighter 5 Live Arena is really good on Xbox. Man, that's awesome. Man, thank you so much for your support of VF.
Round 5. Ready?
Good game, good game. I fell for that one pretty good. It's really good delay attack. Yeah, you can tell how different it is though, right? That said, Virtua Fighter 5 Vanilla, I think the art direction and the soundtrack and the stages are really beautiful in that game. While the background character models are not the best, the art direction of the stages are gorgeous on Virtua Fighter 5 Vanilla. I do think that VF5R and Virtua Fighter Final Showdown, I think their stage designs are cool. I like for fighting, I like the ring design, but as far as like the look of the whole stage and everything, they're cool. But I think Virtua Fighter 5 Vanilla has really beautiful vision on how they made those stages. Just really grand, really gorgeous. Oh, if they get that combo, it'd be so good. There is a combo from Jackie's delay, chopping low kick. Very nice. Very nice. Good to fight you again, Zack Attack. Hope you're doing well again.
Round 3. Ready?
Very good. I like those changes. Very nice for Zack Attack. Yeah. VF5 Vanilla is really gorgeous. That said, I love the animation. I love how much they revamped the character animations in Final Showdown. I think the animations are really gorgeous in this game. All right, here we go, Zack Attack.
Round 5. Ready?
Very nice. Good battle, Zack Attack. Good battle. I think you can still play 360 online. I think some people do that. Like, I know Bushido and Assassin were still playing on the Xbox 360 version of. I don't know if you can play it on the 360. I think you can, but yeah. All right, way to go, Rayblade. That was awesome. Very nice sweep. I'm gonna go get a drink of water. But I'm enjoying this. We'll do another league battle soon. We'll start the next league battle on the 30-minute mark. On the 30-minute mark. So if you need to use a restroom, get a drink, go out, get some fresh air, totally cool. Yeah, it is. So yeah. Hey, have a good night, Calamity. Always good to see you, man. Hope you're doing really, really well, and thank you very much. Hey, take care, Obvious Creed. It was good to have you here. Have a good one. Take care, and feel free to message me anytime. It's good stuff. Have a good night, Incident. Always good to have you here. Thank you so much. I'll be right back and get some water, and we'll continue. Again, we'll start the next league on the 30-minute mark. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them. I'll answer them when I get back. We'll talk about stuff. Anything that sounds weird. Mr. Worldwide, I really appreciate the questions you've been asking. They're really good stuff. Pi is disruptive. That said, if you play more mid-range against Pi, it can be more manageable, but she has a good approach game. So an approach game is a game that goes from long to mid or mid to short range. She's pretty good at that. But because a lot of her favorite pokes that are going to disrupt you tend to be up close, short range, but fast, then that's why I recommend fighting a bit more mid-range against her, and then trying to control when she gets in your close up to you. The hard part is eventually you do have to learn how to fight against her 3P. That's her down forward punch. It's like where she hits you at the ankles. And the reason is that at the higher level of play, she has very powerful mix-ups from there. She can change so much, and it's a low. That's generally, it's safe because of these follow-ups. And so because of that, she has a very annoying way of getting you into a mix-up flow. It's not easy for her, so that's why you don't see it at lower levels much, but it's very strong, and it does become a beautiful part of Pi's more advanced game. It's not everything though. It's just one of many options, but that she can do that, and then she can do a similar type of guessing game just off simply PK. So if you get PK punish, understand that you're probably at the higher level, you're gonna be facing a mix-up situation that you need to guess well on, after she just simply does a PK punish against you. Everyone does some level of mix-up after PK punish, but Pi has like an actually really good one that is you got to be careful about. Sometimes you're going to want to, if you evade certain things, you might throw or mix up right away. You have the hard part with playing Pi against Pi is you kind of want to be extra sharp. I mean, it is a fight that's going to demand a bit more response from you, and so you'll have to be a bit extra sharp, which can be very tough for a beginner. So that's why we don't talk about these that much at the beginner level. But as you get to the higher level, you'll have to play extra sharp against Pi. Yeah. What should Pi do against Leon? So let's see. Pi doesn't really like to play Nitaku, so it's not that so her answer isn't exactly doing Nitaku against Leon. But she can keep applying pressure and has her own way of applying momentum against him. It is up to the Leon player. right? There are some Leons that don't punish lows, but a lot of Leons eventually do because 8k is such a good move. So you want to know if you're fighting against 8k or not. If you're not fighting against 8k, and I don't always do 8k, but if you're not fighting against 8k, then you can start doing these low mix. You can start setting up mix up from that like low punch, and you can do stuff like 6xp plus k from range. But and I would recommend doing that move more like when you see that they're gonna whiff, then you can go ahead and you're at long range, and you see that they're doing some weird empty movement, then you're like, okay, I can go ahead and do this. Just like if you see him evade cancel, eventually you can use like 6xp plus k with Pi, and then set up a guess from a long range low. That's really slow, but that's why you need to wait to see them either evade cancel or you see that they're about to whiff. Pi should definitely be using her throw game against Leon, in my opinion. She should develop her throw game well, because Leon actually, probably doesn't like throws that much, to be honest. Why do I say that? Well, Leon has to do a lot to punish a throw. He can evade punish really well. Well, throw is not evade punishable. But Leon likes to counter hit, and he likes to recover. Like, he's not a guy who has like, he's got to really stretch to punish a throw. He's got to do 4-6k or p plus k, 19 or 20 frame attacks. He's not doing 17 frame attacks to punish a throw. So Pi should definitely use her throw game a bit more. Because Leon players like to use movement, especially like to use crouch dash, if you find key moments where they like to fuzzy guard or do crouch dash, then low throw is pretty strong. Now with Pi, her low throw game is not the strongest straight up. It's just that it has lots of potential. Her low throw game does decent damage and sets up stuff, and that's quite strong. But it's not as like immediately strong, obviously strong as like Wolf or Aoi or even Jeffrey or Taka, right? Taka does do setup, but generally they outright do good damage. Pi, she does decent damage, and then she has one that's very utility setup. So those are my thoughts when I'm thinking about Pi and thinking about the Leon matchup. All right, I'm gonna get a drink, and then in 3 minutes we will start the next league battle.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Yeah! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go!
Now, Kasano, something else I was gonna say is that like if you watch like the way Ray's playing against my Leon right now with Pi, Ray is setting up moments to use Pi's 3p plus k. or 3-3P plus K, and he's doing it like he's targeting when I like to watch the opponent and then commit to doing something when I see they don't do anything. So he's committed. He's punishing me for using ECD basically, and so this is when you play on delay timing. All right, we're gonna start the next league battle right now. And so what the trick is this: the tempo war is that you just want to be one step ahead of your opponent, and that one is more of like when you have attack versus attack. So like if your opponent's using delay, then you buffer, and if your opponent's using ECD, which is slower than delay, then you use delay. And then if they're using like buffer, then ECD is good because it has built-in evade. And that's the tempo rock paper scissors on attack versus attack. All right, Poke Suzuki, good to see you. Very nice. I should KK that. Very nice. I like that. I like that too. It's KK punishable. Very nice low throw. Very nice low throw. Yeah, he's talking about the uppercut. So he's like the way that I use uppercut is, you know, I have to crouch dash into it, but I tend to use it on a delay if people hesitate. So Ray is good at guessing whether I'm going to do it right away or whether I'm going to. Well, he knows the situations I'm going to do is really what Ray does. And so because of that, he knows the situations like where I'm likely to use it a certain way. So he's kind of got the timing down on how to beat that. So the answer is that Ray can feel out what's going to set me off to do that uppercut, and so he'll just win with that. Yeah, definitely read Steel Baz advice is always really good, especially on Pi. So read what Steel Baz is saying about Pi. Steel Baz is an awesome player. His Pi is really good, and you definitely want to read his advice. All right, Hugbox, here we go. Is Hugbox still out for smoke? All right, go ahead. All right, here we go. It's forward throw.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Good game, Dr. Hugbox.
What a knucklehead!
Yeah, definitely check out my matches with Rayblade today to watch what he's doing. And thank you very much for all the for all the cheers. Okay, sorry about that, Dr. Hugbox.
Round 1. Ready, go!
And it's so good to see you still, Baz. I hope you've been doing good. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And thanks for chiming in with the advice. I really appreciate it. Really want to help people out, and you like really glad that you can give advice. For the record, also Steel Baz is Dark Nova's teacher, is like mentor. So
Round 2.
mentor and friend. He's also my friend too. Things are doing pretty good, you know. It's been an amazing year of Virtua Fighter for me, so that's been awesome. But yeah, things are going okay. So I just been mostly I guess I've been resting a lot in December. I'm kind of recharging, and you know, got to get back on the grind again though in right after this. So yeah. By the way, good to see you, lesbian Alan Iverson. It's been a while. Hope you've been doing really well, and yeah, I'll try to make a good return. That said, not gonna lie, I really am, like, I think people can tell I'm really addicted to Persona 5X. It is a gacha game. It's you don't want to measure it against the normal Persona games, even though it's made to look a lot like Persona 5. It's not. It's its own thing. It's totally just like, you know, all of the spin-offs are their own thing, right? It's just that because Persona 5X looks so much superficially like you know, like the RPG that is Persona, like Persona 5 specifically, it's really a gacha RPG, but I like it a lot, and I've never really gotten into a gacha game the way I'm getting into this one, and I really am having a blast with it. So I've been addicted to it. My son is now addicted to it, though mainly my son is addicted to playing the game Tycoon, which is a simple card game you can play with a deck of cards, and well, a deck of cards plus 2 now with the new rules in Persona 5X. But we've been having a blast. I finally got into Tycoon, which is their ranking zone, right? I've gone beyond the name ranks, and now I'm into the numbered ranks. Today, I just got the legendary Tycoon title today, and that's very fun. But yeah. Gacha games are dangerous, so are trading card games, right? And they are like trading card games, but actually Persona 5X is very, very free to play friendly. I do have one account that I'll pay, and then I have a free to play account, and the free to play account is doing really fine. It's doing fantastic. All right, Zack Attack, here we go. Very nice.
Round 2. Ready, go!
A little slow on responding to things. Very nice, Zack Attack. Keep it up. We're gonna sharpen you up here.
Ready,
That was intense. I hope you're enjoying these rounds.
round 4. Ready, go!
Good beat, Knuckle. Good game. Good game. I hope you enjoyed that. I was actually trying to work on punishing any of your highs or EX highs, if you're wondering what I was doing. So just keep that in mind, especially when the exchanges go this way, because in these exchanges, that is the weak point for Jackie. Is if you can duck his EX highs, he needs to keep those EX highs in check and just be mindful of that and come up with how he's going to fight that. But he can punish people for trying to do it too. So I want to just give you more exposure to that. We'll keep sparring and we'll keep working on it. But good stuff, really, really good stuff. I like a lot of your flow right now, but keep it up and we'll sharpen those responses up. Very good. Very good. Yep, that's it. Very good. I like that. I like that after the stagger. Okay, that slowdown was unfortunate, but that was a lot of fun. That was a fun round though, despite that. Alright, good game, Taco Guy. Good game. I enjoyed that so much. Really good stuff. I like the control. I like how much, I like all of that. So keep it up. Good battle. Okay, Merry Christmas, Crazy Drunk. Merry Christmas, Space Time. Very good game, Taka Guy. That was excellent. And I'm glad to hear that you've been joining lobbies, Alan Iverson. All right, Hernan, here we go.
Let's see if you can walk the walk. Yeah! Round one. Ready? Go! Oh!
Nice revenge. That was beautiful revenge.
Round two. Ready? Go! Knockout. Round three. Ready? Go!
Yeah, never try to evade here. All right, here we go.
Round four. Ready? Go! Round five. Ready? Go! Excellent.
Good game, Hernan. I was able to get these on the stage.
What a knucklehead.
It's really a good idea. I like Rayblade's idea. It's like consider buying a copy of VF for your local tournament. It is on sale. It's at a very good price right now. And definitely good to consider buying a copy for your local game center. So. Man, that's awesome. So Alan Iverson says, one of my matches earlier today, I got a wall conversion I labbed like forever ago. That was awesome. It's a really good feeling when you finally get in a match.
Round two. Ready? Go!
All right, good game, Kasano. I think in our matchup right now, in that game, just let's talk about just the context of that game. I think in that game you could have thrown more. That's all. But it's about where you throw, right? And so maybe just the precision of the throw might be a factor, but I do feel you could have thrown a lot more in that game. And Pai's throw game is good. Go's 3-3P is really good. Yeah, no, I think his 3-3P is very good. Input complexity might be the reason people don't use it as much, but it's not like it's the hardest move to do. It's just that it can cost you time in certain situations until you get really super comfortable with Go. But I think it's a really good move. His whole move list is very good, actually. Like Go is scary, like move for move. He's very scary. Like VF's version of pound for pound, Go is very scary. Looks like we're not going to be able to watch this match, unfortunately, but I hope they're having a good battle. All right, hello, Emerald Quetzal. Hope you're doing very well. 2 and 8 P plus K are really good, but they're tricky to use. They're actually, there are uses, the ankle kicks have uses like they can... Some of the basic pokes, I think, like elbow or on certain frames, they can actually beat stuff like that normally would win in those situations. So they have interesting reverse Nitaku applications, and they're interesting moves. They're tricky to use though. It's kind of hard to use them in real match, but once you do, they're actually quite strong and annoying actually. So they're actually good moves. Yeah, the ankle kicks. I'm glad that I practiced a lot against the ankle kicks early this year, because it was maybe February or so that Tenguman told me, not told me directly. Tenguman had a session on Discord, and they were showing another Go player how to use like the ankle kicks in reverse Nitaku, like when Go's at a big disadvantage, like what things they'll beat. And it was very interesting. So I got to understand that more, and then I got to identify early on if a Go player is trying to use those moves or not. Yeah, there is this interesting thing between the P plus K and the K plus G, but they definitely have their differences, right? Like, I think the K plus G forces side turn, and that itself is pretty cool. But the P plus K ones do a different kind of result. Also evaded Akira's 3P. Yes, I think it typically evades the elbow class moves, the 14 frame mid punches.
Round 1. Ready? Go! Round 2. Ready? Go!
Oh, that's awesome to know. Minus 10, it can evade all of the pokes.
See? I thought I'm better.
Go is a really awesome character. He's a kind of a committed character, but he's awesome. So it makes him so cool. Like I like that. Like he can, if he has the reads, he's so terrifying. Just good damage anytime he has a read. So despite the result, I loved watching Rio Rao, both his Eileen and his Go at Tiger Uppercut. So awesome to watch, including the matches against Tonchan, especially towards the end of the grand finals. There were some really awesome stuff happening between those two players. All right, here we go, blurring.
Round two. Ready? Go! Round three. Ready? Go!
I like the wall game. I like the 9P choice here.
Round four. Ready? Go!
I like that choice too. I always love that it chooses the uppercut. That was such a good round. That was such a fun round.
Round five. Ready? Go!
That hook is so good. Oh, that was really good. Good use of the string. All that was so good. I enjoyed that so much. Really good battle blurring. So much fun. Blurring, that was an awesome battle. Enjoyed that a lot. All right. All right, let's see what you're working on, Portland next. Very good. I see. Okay, so you're using a lot of these attacks. These attacks are strong, but they are kind of slow. If I start controlling you with time, there you go, then it's gonna be harder to use those moves, so we'll see how you fight if I keep it sharp like that. This is where low punch is very strong against these moves. Very good, very good. Okay, so good use of the uppercut right there at that moment. So that's the risk of doing this approach here. So now I'm going to try to get advantage, and then I'm going to try to launch you, and that should give me win conditions, whether it's damage or ring out, right? Like this. So this is where I'm going to low punch you. Very good. So this is a low punch into uppercut, right? Because right now you're attacking at a disadvantage, and that's what's the problem. Good game, good game. So keep it up, keep it up. We're gonna refine how you're gonna blend your attack and defense. That's what we're gonna work on. The core of the boxing, because you're doing a lot of good stuff, but you're playing a lot of long range VF. So keep it up though, but we'll tighten that up as we spar more. Yeah, we'll tighten that up as we spar more, because I think you're comfortable with the moves. You're doing a lot of Kage stuff, but right now that's going to be the thing that gets you. That said, that same technique that I was using, the low punch and the uppercut, Kage's got it too. And so if he recognizes that he's fighting somebody that's using attack as their option like a lot, then he can like low punch into uppercut, and it leads to combos, right? The low punch is winning because of it's trying to win on speed, right? And we'll show you how to respond to that and counteract with that, and then do it and keep it up. But man, it's good being here with you. It's good having you here. Hernan, awesome stuff. Hernan played awesome. All right. Good games, Hernan. Thank you so much. Congratulations on that win. Have a good rest. Have a good rest, and I hope to spar with you again soon. I've had a lot of rest this month, and I'm still going to have some more rest for the next few days, but I'll try to get back on the VF train a lot more. Hey, Hypergraph, how you doing? I'm not quite 100%, but I am feeling much better. Just this lingering cough is probably going to stay a while. We'll see. But I'm feeling great other than that. I'm recovering better. Yeah, I'm feeling better. So yeah. Scray, good to have you here. Very nice, lots of movement, lots of backdash from Scray. So maybe they're from Tekken or other 3D fighters. Or other fighters, period, because moving away is a common response in almost every other fighting game. In this game, backdash is good, but it's risky, because if you get hit during the backdash, you're in trouble. Not only that, but you cannot guard when you backdash, right? A lot of other fighting games, when you move away, you can guard. In Virtua Fighter, you cannot guard while backdashing. So it's really important. So you kind of, in this game, eventually you do want to get comfortable fighting forward. It's where you're going to have most of your advantage and you can defend. The good thing about a guard button is you can guard while moving forward in a natural way, right? When you have back to block, that back to block can feel more cumbersome. That's actually something that's good about using like a leverless, is that moving forward and doing blocking on reaction a little sharper, or for most people, right? Some people are fast on stick, but I have to admit, when I played like Under Night in Birth, one of the training mode things, it was very clear to me that I was able to, in that game, block between like dash into block much better in that with a leverless than I could on stick on that game, on Under Night in Birth. That's when I realized, oh, okay, like when people are playing on stick, this is one of those things. Well, in Virtua Fighter, you have a guard button, so you don't have to worry about that. You just dash forward and guard, right? You can guard cancel forward dashes, but you cannot guard cancel back dashes in this game. So in this game, moving forward is generally, you're going to have most of your options on defense and offense. Spacing out people is good, but in this game, the way I'd say it is that the closer you are, the worse backdash is. The further away you are, well, the more effective backdash is at avoiding being hit. Though how much you want to do it, here's the problem. The rub is, when you backdash and make your opponent whiff, the closer you are, the better, because you'll have more options. If you're really far away and you backdash, you don't really get anything. But if you're just near the opponent and you backdash successfully and they whiff, you have a lot of options to punish right away. You can threaten them with so many things. So in Virtua Fighter, to do an effective backdash, you kind of need both, right? Initial spacing makes it easier to work with. Having a little more spacing before the backdash helps a lot. It makes the backdash more effective at avoiding being hit. But to capitalize on the reward, to punish them or to have a strong mix-up after they whiff from your backdash, the closer you are would be better. So you kind of want both. You're treading this line. But that's the magic of the backdash in this game. It's very strong if you can use it precisely. Just like the guard, very strong, but you want to use it more precisely. This game is going to reward this type of precision. So you want to keep that in mind and understand you're not, like in like Tekken, when you backdash, you're blocking already. So you're only worried about lows, right? And you're only worried about certain other things, but you're not worried about that much. And so because of that, that's why you backdash a lot in those games, because it's so safe. Because why would you not? In Virtua Fighter, it's still good, but it has more risk. And so in Virtua Fighter, you want to be more precise with your backdash and be careful of not being punished for doing it. Guard will feel clunky at first, and then when you get used to it, it feels wonderful. That's my opinion, but that's every game. Every fighting game had its clumsy moments. When I first played Street Fighter 2, it took forever to learn how to do a Dragon Punch, when that was the first fighting game that I'd played. But then eventually it becomes so easy and always consistent to do. So I think in every fighting game it's true. In every game, there are certain conventions that will take us a while to learn. The guard button, it's one where, look, if people can use it in Smash Brothers, they can use it in a fighting game. It's just getting used to the context. It's just getting used to that, right? So people use the guard button in Smash Brothers. Eventually they can use it in a fighting game. It's just a little different than some of the other ones. But you got it. You got this. Backdash, though, just understand that in Virtua Fighter, backdash is designed to be, it wants you to be precise with it. It wants you to be a little more precise and more thoughtful about when you use backdash. It is really good, but it's also really risky. If they sidekick you out of the backdash, you're going to lose half your life. So then that means, well, if you can backdash and not get hit by sidekick, well, that would be good if what they did was a sidekick. But by that same range, if they did an elbow and you backdashed it, well, you're not getting much reward there. but you might get enough to apply pressure. So yeah. So it just takes a bit to get used to, and you will get used to it. And the backdash movement is very strong. Like, the movement you're doing is good. It is good movement. We're gonna start the league battle after this game, but the movement is good. It's just where to use it, and in this game there's a few more penalties for doing evade cancels actually. But for example, when you cancel a failed evade, when you do like a crouch dash or a dash to cancel an evade, it means like you actually can't successfully evade for a full second, for 60 frames. Sorry, this lingering cough sucks, but yeah. So thing about, like, in fighting in martial arts, guarding is an active thing you do. You block attacks, you parry hits. You got to do it actively in real life combat sports, right? It's not like if you try to backdash in real life and someone strikes you, you're in range, you're probably getting hit. It's really hard to backdash and do it at the same time. I mean, there are techniques to do it, but they're not as effective. That's kind of why I think the VF matches look a bit more like a kung fu movie match, right? It's because of this idea that you're actively blocking and you're actively causing whiffs and attacking and striking, and you're setting up the next move. It's very move by move game. It's a little different flow because when you have back to block, then footsie's going to dominate a little more, because moving away and blocking are the same action, and those are good. It's a cool mechanic, but that's kind of where the flow feels different. It takes a bit to get used to how it works between these games. Very nice. There's that low punch uppercut. See, we're going to teach you how to do that with Kage too. Very good. Low punch uppercut. Good block. Good active block. Now, if you do block this uppercut, you do get to mix up stuff. You do get to do, like, if you block that uppercut, you can try to throw if you think I'm going to guard or sidestep. You can also attack if you think I'm going to attack. And you'll eventually, and we'll work on that with your Kage. Very nice. That's a nice uppercut. Very nice. Dude, there's a low punch uppercut. Hit you with the low punch, then hit you with the uppercut if you attack. It's hard to respond to, but you'll get there. Boom. Boom. Right. Boom. Good. But you can see that even if you get normal hit by the uppercut, it's not so bad. It's not as bad as being launched. Hey Soka, good to see you. We're training up Portland Axe. He's doing well. I really appreciate him joining our sessions and being supportive, and he is from my scene. So I've now got a Kage player in my scene, and I love it. Boom. So that attack is free. So the downside to you knocking me down with the forward PKG is that even I can tech roll and attack you right away. Alright, good game, Portland Axe. Good training. Let's keep up the training. I do hope sometime in January I will try to go to Portland Axe. I'll try to go to your venue so we can hang out, play VF, check it out, and I kind of want to try some axe throwing too. So, but yeah. But also, I'm really glad that you're joining my sessions. I love having you here. Keep it up with the Kage. We're gonna train you up because you're gonna be the Kage of Portland. So, we now have a Kage of Portland. Good games. Good games. All right.
Round one.
I see. Very nice. This uppercut will get you. Also, this move is good at catching backdash. Alright. So this uppercut is pretty good at catching the backdash. So is side kick, of course. Also, Leon has his PK is actually very good at it too. And in this game, high punch is good at catching backdash too. That's a change they made to REVO. Is that high punch is actually good at catching backdash as well. And Leon, but that said, I don't like that because Leon actually likes for that kick for the punch to whiff so that this kick can counter hit. Because if it counter hits, it launches. But if you hit with the P, then you cannot counter hit with the K without delaying and them actually mashing through that. Very nice. Keep it up. See, that 1K is really good at catching backdash. And it combos too. See, it's really good at catching backdash. Like this is like the secret about this move, is this move is really good anti-backdash. So, good game, Scray. Keep it up. Let's keep training. Because I like a lot of what you're capable of doing. And so we're gonna keep working on it. All right, awesome. It's unfortunate about the disconnect, but have a good session with Scorcho. This is going to be the last league battle tonight. I am going to rest after this, but I appreciate you all having a good time with everybody. Thank you all so much. Oh man, so Frost was busy with Christmas times, I guess. Nice. All right, we're testing out how frame tight that is. Very good, very good. Man, Hypergraph, I'm so happy about the salon sessions that they I'm really grateful that they are allowing Seattle VF to keep playing there and have events there, tournaments there. I do like the REVO change to Leon's Sabaki. Very nice. Very nice. I like that you committed to a second one. I responded too slow. Very good punish. That was awesome. Very good choices, Kasana. That was a good game. That was a good game. Good choices here. I like it a lot. I'm glad to hear that you had 9 in over there. Yeah, hard part about VF players, a lot of times they're so busy. But I'm glad to hear that. Dang, that was good. Good game. I can't tech that, and I haven't been able to tech this. I'm sure I can tech it. I'm sure it's techable. But yeah, good game, Ray. Good game. Oh no. Hey, have a good Christmas, okay? Thank you very much. I really appreciate you, and but really appreciate you all the time, man. Yeah. Wow. Also, thanks for doing a good job. So, if they don't tell you that at work, I'll tell you that. Good job's always to be appreciated. Awesome. That's good. It's good if you're appreciated. Good work should always be appreciated again. I am wishing everyone a real Merry Christmas, and sounds good. Yeah, I'm wishing everyone a good Merry Christmas. It's a good time to take a break if you do, unless you have to work, and it's a great time to reflect on the year and just be ready for the next year. And 2026 is looking to be a really good year for Virtua Fighter, like a really, really good year. So get excited for that. Sega's going to be investing a lot more, actually. And so they're going to promote this game a lot because it's leading into the promotion for the new Virtua Fighter. But I think it's going to be a really, really exciting year this year. I am also hearing from some players that we haven't seen as much of, that that you'll be seeing probably more of them. So I'm excited for that.
Round one. Ready, go!
I really love that.
Round two. Ready, go! Round three. Ready, go! Round four. Ready, go!
That was a cool setup. Interesting. The frames there. Good game blurring. That was intense. Really love the decisions you're making though. Good stuff.
What a knucklehead!
I'm really glad that you reactivated VF Brazil. Those guys needed. We want to see the Argentina versus Brazil rivalry. That would be amazing. Shiny Brentford. I'm not sure. I think Shiny and Chief Flash, I would wait for the new VF game, and it depends on how that game turns out. But I would probably expect to see them when the new Virtua Fighter comes out. They don't have anything against this game actually. It's just they're just busy with their lives. I think Chief Flash I think he has to have prospects that he could get big numbers on his YouTube for his family to kind of be okay with him dedicating stream time on Virtua Fighter, and then that would lead to him being able to go to tournaments too. That's just my guess. I don't know the conversations in his house. It's just that I feel like I think for him he does love VF, but I think he has to justify it to other people around him, if he does. And but he loves the game, but he also loves his family first, so which is the correct thing to do. So I think it's one of those things. And so with Shiny, I think it's just that he's busy with family life and work, and I think for him, I mean, he'll probably posit it as more as he's waiting for the new VF, but honestly, I think it's just one of those things where it's just I'm just guessing he's really busy with his family and work life. So yeah, but I think, but you know, the online in the new VF might be something that would entice someone like Shiny, and we'll see. Shiny does enjoy watching sometimes, and he enjoys checking how things are and all that. But at the same time, it's just you know, we just have to wait and see. But I think both of them are just waiting on the new VF, to be honest. But I think it's because I think the situations around their personal lives are the reason that they're kind of waiting and seeing, you know. Could be a different person, yeah. But if Shiny Brentford's playing, I will be very happy if he's playing. That would be amazing. That'd be awesome. All right, awesome, Ray. That was good stuff. I am going to call it a night, but this was a lot of fun. Ray played. Ray, awesome. Blurring, awesome. Everyone, it's a really good time with you as always. You guys have a good one. Merry Christmas. And we'll go to the VFTV while I look for who to raid. Usually it's James Chen because Tuesdays is like that. But we'll see. You know, if there's a VF player, I'm always going to go there. We'll see here. Very good.
Presenting the Brad Show. Round one. Ready, go!
The Diesel's playing Dispatch. But let's look at who's showing fighting games. Blurring is... we'll see what Blurring's doing for Virtua Fighter. Especially you guys got to watch Blurring have some pretty exciting battles with me tonight. Alright, I see an ad for Red Lobster. I really like the CEO of Red Lobster right now. This guy, I mean, they're probably overdoing it, marketing about him, but he really is like really talented and really smart. And a lot of the things he does always feels like the right thing. So from when he took on the job as being CEO for PF Chang's, and did an amazing job there, but then the ownership and him had a different idea of where to go after that. Then so, you know, I don't always cheer on private equity people, but he's one of those guys that I probably cheer on from private equity. So I am cheering for them to do well with Red Lobster. That said, seafood is an interesting case because it's gotten more popular, but this year is a tougher year for the cost of seafood. So we'll see how things go going forward. That said, looks like Blurring and Kasana did a good training session, so let's go ahead and raid Blurring. I think that's what we're gonna do tonight.
Round five. Ready, go!
Ray has always been playing Aoi, so I always love fighting Ray's Aoi all the time. It's good stuff. Let's see here. Alright, we're gonna raid Blurring. Everybody say hi to Blurring for me. Always love supporting Blurring. And his Vanessa's playing awesome. Right now he's fighting against Rayblade, and Kusano is also in the room, of course. So give all your support to Blurring. Please do follow them. Subscribe if you like subscribing on Twitch, and subscribe on YouTube for sure. And yeah, Well, I don't know if they're doing YouTube. I think they're just doing Twitch. But also, so everyone, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and hit the raid button right now. But this has been a great time. And I really appreciate you all. Cheers.
Round 2. Ready, go! Excellent! Round 3. Ready, go!
Having fun watching these two players fight.
Round 4. Ready, go!
That was a funny round. All right, thank you everyone. Have a good one. Take care.